Johnny Depp's Hollywood future uncertain. As his comeback movie is marred with negative stories of his behavior on set, has Johnny Depp already blown his chances? Johnny Depp is back on the big screen after emerging victorious in his explosive court battle with his ex-wife Amber Heard. The 60-year-old actor is starring opposite French actor and director Maïwenn in the new French-language period romance Jean du Barry, which premiered on Thursday. The film's limited theatrical run ends on Monday, but the movie will be available to stream on Apple TV Plus at a future date. Though Depp won his 2022 defamation trial against the 38-year-old actor, he was shunned by Hollywood for years due to Heard's allegations that he physically and emotionally abused her. Brand expert Doug Eldridge shared his thoughts with Fox News Digital on Depp's return and his future in the industry. From a strategic standpoint, I think it's a brilliant move. It's uncertain how bright his box office star shines right now, after being dragged through the defamation mud in front of the entire country, Mr. Eldridge said. Jean du Barry follows the story of the real-life Jean du Barry, Maïwenn, an illegitimate commoner, who becomes a courtesan and rises through the ranks of French society in the 18th century. Jean eventually catches the eye of King Louis XV, Depp, who makes her his chief royal mistress. All the dialogue in Jean du Barry is in French with English subtitles. Depp learned to speak French during his 14-year relationship with French actor Vanessa Paradis, with whom he shares 2 children. Though the Edward Scissorhands star received second billing in the movie, the story's central focus is on Maïwenn's character, while Depp appears as a supporting actor. Mr. Eldridge pointed out that Jean du Barry as Depp's comeback vehicle may not propel him back to his previous star status. Instead of attaching him to a leading role in a big-budget movie, which brings high expectations with it, Depp is re-entering the pool from the shallow end, with a supporting role in a period piece, Mr. Eldridge said. The expected box office is small and Depp's role is already being touted as the standout performance of the film. More than that, Depp is choosing to do it his way, he added. Depp's Hollywood star began to fall in 2016, when Heard, to whom he was married for less than 2 years, filed for divorce from the actor and accused him of abuse. Depp denied the accusations, and their divorce was finalized in 2017. However, Heard stood by her allegations, penning a 2018 op-ed in which she described herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. That same year, Depp sued a UK newspaper for libel and lost. Film studio Warner Bros. Then asked him to resign from his role as Gellert Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts franchise. After losing his UK case, Depp's career came to an abrupt halt. Prior to Jean du Barry, his last film role was in the 2020 independent film Mina Mata, which was completed before the UK trial. Maïwenn had cast Depp in Jean du Barry in the winter of 2019. In a recent interview with UK publication The Independent, Maïwenn, who is known by her first name, recalled that Depp's British assistant Stephen Duters emailed her a week after the actor lost his case and asked her if she still wanted him to star in the film. She told Duters that she was not concerned with Depp's private life and asked if he still wanted to participate in the project. Stephen answered in 30 seconds, Maïwenn said. After Depp and Heard sued each other for defamation in the US, the case was heard by a Virginia court in April 2022. During their bombshell, televised 6-week trial, Depp and Heard both testified, lobbing shocking allegations of physical and sexual abuse against each other. During the trial, Depp said he was also fired from the 6th installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. He stated that Disney cut ties with him after Heard's op-ed was published. On June 1, 2022, the jury ruled largely in Depp's favor, as they found Heard liable on all 3 counts of defamation, while Depp was determined to be liable for 1 count of defamation. Heard was ordered to pay Depp $15 million in damages, and Depp was to pay his former spouse $3 million. While Depp was vindicated in court by the verdict, Mr. Eldridge noted that Depp's reputation, among the public and in Hollywood, might not be easily salvaged. By winning his defamation case against his ex, Depp planted a flag, not only for himself, but for men who have been wrongly accused across the country, Mr. Eldridge added. In so doing, he galvanized an army of new fans, both men and women, who were inspired by his bravery and willingness to confront and combat the false allegations made against him. Unfortunately, for Depp and others who are wrongly accused, the court of public opinion renders a verdict by allegation, not evidence, and the blowback has a calculable impact in terms of dollars and cents. Depp's vindication came in the courtroom. He doesn't need validation, Mr. Eldridge added. That said, the only thing worse than being accused of something you didn't do, is being forced to pay for the sins that others have actually committed against you. It's a paradoxical state of affairs, but one that Depp has had to navigate nonetheless. Eldridge pointed to Depp's firing from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, despite playing the main character, Captain Jack Sparrow. The films grossed a staggering $1.06 billion, 1.6 billion Australian dollars, for Studio Disney, to which Depp was the driving force, he said. To wit, he earned an estimated $300, 452 Australian dollars, million from the franchise. Not only was he deprived of subsequent installments in Pirates, he became an unwitting, innocent pariah among Hollywood decision-makers. Production on Jean du Barry began 1 month after the trial, and the film was selected to open the 76th Annual Cannes Film Festival, held in May 2023. Depp made his return to the spotlight official when he attended the film's world premiere. During a press conference to promote the film, Depp opened up about how he felt he was treated by Hollywood amid his years-long legal battle with Heard. Did I feel boycotted by Hollywood? Well, you'd have to not have a pulse to feel at that point like this was all just a weird joke, he said, reported magazine Variety. Of course, when you're asked to resign from a film you're doing, because of something that's merely a bunch of vowels and consonants floating in the air, yes, you feel boycotted, he added, referring to losing his role in Fantastic Beasts. Do I feel boycotted now? No, not at all, Depp continued. But I don't feel boycotted, because I don't think about Hollywood. I don't feel much further need for Hollywood. Last month, Maïwenn made headlines after the publication of an interview with The Independent, in which the director said that the Jean du Barry crew were afraid of Depp during filming. I have to be honest. It's difficult to shoot with him. All the crew were scared, because he has a different kind of humor, and we didn't know if he was going to be on time, or if he was going to be okay to say his lines. I mean, even if he was there on set, on time, the crew were afraid of him, Maïwenn said. In a statement to Variety, Maïwenn clarified her remarks, saying that she felt betrayed by how her comments had been characterized in the article. When I made a remark about Johnny being scary, I was talking about his charisma, his notoriety, his star status, etc., Maïwenn wrote. I would like to make things very clear. Johnny is scary in the sense that his charisma, and his status as king, is impressive, she continued. I should have used the word impressive, if I had known the writer would use my words in such a malicious way. In her interview with The Independent, Maïwenn claimed that Depp was often late to set and detailed clashes that she had with the actor during production. Maïwenn told the outlet that Depp would often arrive with rewritten versions of the script, which she wrote along with Teddy Lusimodist and Nicolas Levecki. She recalled one instance in which Johnny came with a new version of the script and I wasn't happy with it. It didn't work. So I shot it without making the changes he wanted, which he took as an insult. Maïwenn also explained that she had to cut some of Depp's dialogue after filming started, because his French accent wasn't perfect. There was no time for rehearsals, she said. I asked for time but, for whatever reason, he wasn't available. He had a coach, but he couldn't work with her beforehand. So. Okay. I discovered his accent wasn't perfect. So a few times I decided to cut his lines. But that also happened with the French actors. It happens,